Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. How are you doing? I hope you're doing well. Today we are going to be looking at those papped pictures from a Jack Johnson concert. I didn't know who that was either, of Harry and Meghan and appearing in TMZ. Sounds a bit Amber Heard, sounds a bit familiar, doesn't it? So I thought we'd have a bit of a look into the situation type deal about that, and see what the cards have to say. A bit of a light one, I think. Oh yeah, and Harry, they apparently arrived in separate cars, so see what if anything comes out about that. So before I begin, I just want to say thank you very much for being here. If you're new here, please consider subscribing. If you've been here for a while, if you've been here for a few hours, days, weeks, years, thank you so much for your support. I really do appreciate you guys. Thank you. And there's stuff in the description box down below about social media, etc. It should have flashed up on the screen. And please leave a comment and share and stuff like that. That would be really cool. I like hearing what you guys have to say about the readings. So without further ado, I want to know a little bit of a background about the photo shoot, and I'm going to ask the cards what the tea is, what the tarot has to say about it. I am using the Jack-o'-lantern tarot because it's spooky season, it's October, so we are going to use them. And yeah, so we're going to have a look into the cards and see where that leads us, see what it's about. So was the TMZ pictures paid for Papped? So yes. Nine of Pentacles in reverse. Okay. Yes. End of reading. No. So basically this is them saying that they are wanting to look like they are very wealthy, very together. Look at me, I'm happy, I'm so together and everything like that. But with it being Pentacles and it being in reverse, it is telling me that there's somebody's paying to look like that. Somebody is being kind of like, look at me, look at how good I am, I'm just so, money's just amazing to me, it just flows in through me, and I just have this wonderful life and we have so much fun, it's just so lovely. So I'm going to go with a yes straight away. What's crossing them? Allegedly for entertainment purposes only, of course, but what's crossing them? Six of Swords in reverse, and that is they are on a move. There has been some movement. There's some unwanted movement. Things have happened that hasn't been in their control. Knight of Wands in reverse. Okay. So above the situation, we know there's a show off, there's some hot-headedness. We do know that it's kind of coming across as a little bit fake, a little bit kind of up itself in a way. And that's, for me, that's Knight of Wands energy. It's kind of like, look at me, and just amazingly be in the right place to have your photo taken. Yeah, so the Knight of Wands in reverse there, very much showing that look at me, stage managed. The Ten of Wands underneath, completion. So this is very much again, Wands energy. It's very looking at PR, very much looking at carrying a burden for so long. With this guy, he's making a way, he's kneeling down to show the ones behind him, to show him what he's been carrying. So it's a relief of a burden, and look, I'm enjoying myself. So yeah, it's very much a kind of stage managed, look at me, I'm happy and I can let my hair down and enjoy myself, and this burden has been lifted from me. What's leaving the situation? Strength in reverse. Oh my God. I've just done another reading and this has came out for them. So I think there has been some fright, and there is trouble at mill, as we say over here. There is a bit of kind of disunity going on there between them. Yeah. They're not, I would say they're not exactly having a wonderful, happy couple time. And the Five of Wands, there's going to be some bickering and fighting backwards and forwards. And there's going to be some stuff in the media. I wonder if they're going to come out and say, oh my God, Paps, we got papped by TMZ. And then we have the Empress in reverse. Interesting. I get this a lot for around Meghan. When it's the Empress is in reverse, you know, you're looking like you're a little bit, well, not a little bit, it can come across as being very cruel, condescending, very unmotherly, cruelty, unfriendliness, stuff you wouldn't associate with like somebody who was like motherly, you know, would be like kind of social climber and all that kind of stuff. Somebody who's unnecessarily cruel. So it also can indicate there might be trouble with children, there might be trouble with conception, adoption, something you're doing around that is not coming through or not coming to fruition as well. So let's see what's surrounding them. And we have the Four of Wands, and that's all about building brands, putting down roots, communication and action, putting your foot down, showing that you are building the foundations to a happy life. And then we have the Four of Swords in reverse. Okay. And then we have the Two of Pentacles as the outcome. Okay, so the Four of Swords in reverse is what they're worried about. And there's something around, I'm going to pick this up and show you. It's Four of Swords. For me, the Four of Swords is usually donates there has been a death, or there is a death, or there's something worried around death. That's the card that I, as a reader, I associate that with, that it's unwanted. It's, you know, I wouldn't be surprised if there's something around the Queen's passing that maybe is causing that, the fractures. Maybe there's something regarding money, or there's something regarding status, and it's changed their kind of world around, and it's kind of like they're getting used to that. And we have the Two of Pentacles in reverse, and that is very much being out of balance, being out of sorts, and that's in their long term. So there's like whirling dervishes. They're not going to be able to keep their home life and work life so much separate, and there is going to be some minor unwanted changes, but it does look like there is going to be some fraction, like they are going to be like feeling like they're on the defensive and attacking and niggling. So we're going to hear stuff in the press about it. I wouldn't be surprised if they came out and said to like, oh my God, TMZ papped us, oh my God, it was terrible, when it was actually kind of like, you know, if you watch the Johnny Depp trial, you know. But the Empress and Four of Wands and that Death card has me very interested. So sometimes I look at Meghan at this point, or Harry. So I'm going to look at Harry. I am using, these are the mystical melody cards, and these are cracking deck of tarot cards. I really recommend these. I recommend all of the ones I use, but for some reason I really love these ones. So let's have a look at Harry. How does Harry feel about the TMZ shoot? Did he know what's going on? Tell us a little bit more. Okay, he knew it was a risk. He knew it wouldn't necessarily go down too well. Maybe that's what they were fighting about. I'm just saying, because he's not quite on board. He thinks it's a risk. He thinks this is not the best thing to be doing. So I'm going to go with a yeah, he knew, because he's not shocked by it. What's crossing him is the Page of Cups. So there is a lot of emotions being played around, very much playing on people's emotions, throwing emotions about the place. That's what's crossing him. So it's very much a kind of immature, a very kind of immature way of manipulating somebody. It's kind of going for the lowest kind of thing, going for relationships. Knowing about the situation, King of Pentacles, that's Harry. We all know he was there. We all could see him. Sometimes my cards are just like, well, it's obvious he was there. So he was just there. It doesn't look like he was engaged. He was just there. What's underneath it is the Sun in reverse. He's coming from a very different kind of place in a way. He's very much kind of thinking what drives him is his emotions, but they're very messy emotions, and it often gets quite played on his emotions in a way. The Sun in reverse is he's really thinking of the kids and a new day and new stuff, but things are not always what they seem to be. The Sun is usually quite a positive card, but in the reversal, underneath the Fool in reverse, there is being risks and there has been mistakes being made. He thinks things are bad ideas, but he kind of goes along with them for the sake of the kids. What's leading into this? The Lovers. Okay, he's really kind of like still very much in love and will probably do a lot for her. So that, but it shows the Page of Cups in reverse, and that's very much something that gets played. He just kind of plays along with stuff because it kind of goes, it's easier to just kind of go along with it. Don't get me wrong, he's just as much in cahoots, but sometimes his ideas, sometimes other people's, allegedly for entertainment purposes only, different ideas. So it's very Seven of Pentacles. Yeah, he doesn't want things to work. He's hard work. He's sick of it. He hasn't got much patience with stuff. Why hasn't he got much patience with stuff? Four of Cups. We all know that one. I don't want it. He's salty about something, whether it be his relationship, we'll find out in a second, but he was very salty and very kind of like, I don't want to join in. I'm sick of this. He's really knocked about something, but what is it? The attention. So he's kind of begrudgingly having these like paps and having these things happen to him. He doesn't necessarily want the attention because you've got the Four of Cups there. He's like, ugh. But you've got the world around him, and like everyone's just like, well, like we're doing now, we're talking about it with tarot, but he's very much looking at it like, oh, it's just so kind of, you know, unfair. Why does everybody have this attention? It's kind of like got papped, even though it seems to allegedly came from their camp, but he's still kind of complaining about it. Then we have the Six of Cups. So this is what he fears, and this is going back to his childhood. And like I say, sometimes the cards are really obvious, and you would obviously link back to paparazzi and things like that to Harry. From when he was a young boy, walking behind his mother's funeral procession, as was William, you know, and King Charles had lost his ex-wife as well, and Earl Spencer had lost his sister, so there was a lot of other things going on, and people focus on Harry's little face when he was there, and he's concerned about that. And I wouldn't be surprised if, you know, that's not far from his mind all the time. The Three of Pentacles and the Two of Pentacles. Okay, so there is going to be some frustrations and some imbalances coming up for them, especially regarding paparazzi photos and having their photos taken. They are probably going to fall out with whatever paparazzi has taken the photos, because this is definitely doesn't work well with others card. And the Two of Pentacles there is just kind of like the balance between home and real life, as home life and work life, is going to get mixed. I wonder if this is something to do with their Netflix. Definitely with the Three of Pentacles coming up there in reverse, and he's going to feel burdened by it all, but there's definitely more of a kind of bit more of a fight going on from it all. There is something happening with Meghan, with the Empress in reverse and the Four of Cups, as he's very kind of sick of things. Maybe he's sick of having to think back onto his mum's passing all the time. It's a trigger for him. He's going back on it, back on it, back on it. But the cards are telling me overall, guys, that this are two people who kind of knew that there was a camera there. It does look like there was a bit of a falling out about the camera situation, but he's kind of went along with it. So yeah, it's very interesting. And it's interesting again that the Empress in reverse has come out again when I'm talking about Meghan. So yes, so very interesting. So let me know what you guys think down below. Let me know what the cards spoke to you and what you thought of them. There is going to be a reading coming up on a conspiracy theory from Reddit as well, about Harry and Meghan, so look out for that. Thank you so much for being here. I do appreciate you guys, and I shall see you on the next one. Bye.